Welcome back. We have our special guest with us. Manisha Girotra is right here in our studio. So Manisha, we were talking about consolidation. Now, which are the trends that are really developing? We saw consolidation in cement. We have seen consolidation in some bit of media as well. IT, power,
telecom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So more consolidation expected in which sectors?
Yeah, sure. I think that trend continues. It's to date been led more by the banking sector, you know, because of the issues we just discussed on leverage, etc. You saw it in cement, you saw it in power, steel, oil and gas. You saw that theme will continue. But away from that, you refer to media. You saw the Videocon Z transaction happen. I think business also is demanding that. It's also demanding scale. It's demanding economies of scale. Capital flows to the larger companies disproportionately. So I think that theme continues unabated, whether it's led by banks or whether it's led by the reality of the market. You'll see it across sectors happening. Telecom, we saw it, as I mentioned. Financial services, insurance led the way with Max. You'll see more such transactions happen. So most of the sectors, NBFCs now with the pain that we talked to about demonetization, I mean, they are the last mile providers, right? There are cash transactions. They're the ones that are doing a disproportionate amount of cash transactions. I think will have to either reinvent themselves or consolidate.
In consumer-based sectors also, do you think that since the short term is going to provide a lot of pain, there could be consolidation? We haven't seen much of it in
yeah, because it's just such an overvalued sector that it's difficult. And it's a few deals that happened, whether it was Paras or something long ago. It's just you just need a very strong market for those kind of transactions to happen. You could see some. You could see it in the discretionary sector, staple sector. I think will be fine. People will continue to spend. But jewelry, auto, durables, you could see consolidation.
What's your view on telecom? We've seen enough action there and many moving parts.
Sure.
And right now there are at least 3 live transactions going on as we speak. So how are you seeing this particular space develop?
Sure, I think the sector went through a lot of pain. The sector went through a lot of anticipation, and because of the Jio launch, that's out of the way. It's launched. It's clearly going to be a large dominant player. There's so is it going to be? Actually, I like what I see in this sector. I think there was just too much pain, too much uncertainty because there's too many players. And I think what will happen now with the launch of Jio is that players will be forced to consolidate, and eventually it will become a 4-player market, which if you recall till 10 years ago, I remember when I used to go to pitch to clients globally, I would say this is our golden sector, the telecom sector. You remember the days that each company had a market cap of $40 to $50 billion. We were so proud of that sector, and I think it will go back to that, and it'll be obviously what Jio is trying to do is revolutionary. Bharti, Vodafone are ready for that, so I think 3-4 players will dominate the market.
But pharma has always been the most active sector.
You mean in cross-border?
In
both ways.
Both ways. And through Intas deal, where you were also involved in that particular transaction, we've seen the hunger of Indian entrepreneurs to go overseas and write a big check as well.
Yeah, I think pharma is very active. Both international investors like to come and invest in generics player. I mean, the discipline that our companies in the pharma sector have in terms of costs, etc., is admirable, right? A lot of us in the multinational sector can learn from them. So that sector has been very attractive to global players. The scale this market offers, right? I mean, that itself is compelling for a lot of global players. We did the Mankind Capital deal. That was like 24, 23 times EBITDA. Basically, investors want to play that sector in India. And it's just not pharma, it's also healthcare services. And of course, Indian companies want markets, they want products, they want brand, which the European markets or the US markets offer. So that trend will continue. Australia, I mean, Strides, for example, went to Australia and did a large acquisition. So, I think that will continue both ways.
All right.
And these companies are very well managed, so there's not leverage or anything that you get worried. They've sort of done these acquisitions sensibly.
All right. So which sector and which geography is going to be most active? We'll find out after a very short break. Stay tuned.